done, for lack of a better word. We are going to be onto the Rift here for Game 4. Team Liquid looking to keep themselves in this series with a win.
And off to the races they go. Team Liquid looking like battle lines for the start. The same for Team Impulse. Piglet finally off a hypercarry, gets a team fight utility champion. Phoenix gets something he can probably make an individual impact on as well. When he played Corki in the mid lane, and he could beat up on Xiao, Phoenix did an amazing job of keeping his team in the game and putting in a lot of pressure. Now he gets Ahri. Ahri can definitely win this matchup as well. I want to see if Phoenix can continue to perform for his team here.
Yeah, and then on TIP's side, Rush is off an aggressive early game jungler. He can bully a little bit by stealing camps, but then
it's all about that base.
The system.
This is why we try cast, so we can have just another round.
That's right. That's right.
But Xiao, he's now on another playmaker similar to like Yasuo, except he's kind of a team fighter. But LeBlanc, now he's not on one of those safe farm champions. He's on something that wants to be able to make moves, and without the gank assistance that he's going to get from the jungler, I'm looking for more solo plays from him. But against an Ahri, it's all about that skill and outplay potential.
Yeah. There's a chance for the pre-6 gank before Ahri gets her mobility. Ice Blast makes life hard. You can land a chain off of it. There is the chance for ganks in all of these lanes. Nunu can provide just enough to be good. We'll see. Impulse going to start off. Looks like he's going to smite Krugs, let his duo lane take for an XP lead, and then duo jungle with impact. Impulse are expecting a lane swap, and it will be one.
Yeah, I saw this a lot in Korea where you smite it just so you get the buff on yourself for the stun so you can clear the camps easier. And then you go and do this. This gives them a very quick level 2 in the top lane. And then your jungle route really isn't changed that much at all.
And Impact expects the jungle for a while here. You're seeing him with just Flask, no consumables.
Right.
Depending on how much gold he's able to recall with, he wants to be able to buy like a cloth armor to get back in a lane or boots or something like that. So.
Yeah. Staying good. Didn't have his coupon for a potion. So.
Yeah. I mean, Rush is going to take the jungle anyway, right? He's Nunu. There's no damage really Impact's going to be taking here.
Yeah.
Both at level 2 off of 2 camps. They head to the top side, but I Will Dominate already starting on blue buff. And he's going to be able to get that on the greedy side of the map without much help either.
It looks like they're going to go top instead. It could be a 4-man dive onto this Scion.
Oh,
he's still level 1.
This lane is not pushing in very fast at all, though. It's going to be pretty hard to knock down Quas.
Ooh.
They're going to cut the wave?
They got to cut the wave. They got to cut the wave.
All right,
definitely
Quas, nowhere to go.
His rhythm on this one. Rush going to be able to get it down, or if he actually
He learned Blood Bowl. He doesn't have Ice Blast.
Right.
They just got some damage.
I was waiting for it, and I was like, wait a minute.
But it's good they learned Blood Bowl. They're going to get so much damage on this turret now. Impact and Apollo can spam Q to clear the wave. A ton of auto attacks down. If they stay, they can maybe kill the turret next wave. They've got a cannon minion coming in.
They actually got some extra damage on it, too, from the smite on Krug, which gives you extra 2 damage and consumes the buff.
All right, what a good play by Team Impulse. We now have Quas forced to just slowly farm his jungle on bot side of the map. Dominate will steal a blue buff for this, so it looks like a 3 buff for Dominate, a faster turret kill for Team Impulse, and Team Liquid slowly turning down on this one themselves.
They're going to get this very quickly, and Impact,
bounce the wave?
He's got to be... Yep, they do bounce the wave, but that melee minion took a lot of damage.
If it's not focused first, it's going to be okay. Quas dies to move the jungle faster.
Doesn't matter when, still got to get it.
It's the typical level 1 Scion move. He's just level 1 at minute 3.
3 minutes into the game. Just
4 now. But he hit it. He is fine now. He'll get himself back out. He shouldn't have to teleport now that his turret's down. He has some time to work here, but that's up to now Impact deciding what he wants to do with that top lane, because it could be a while before Quas gets CS if it's not pushed.
But hey, this is really good for Team Liquid. Even though Impulse rushed it down, Liquid was still able to knock the turret down while also getting a lot of farm on I Will Dominate, who cleared more jungle camps. Quas cleared 1-2. Gold lead for Team Liquid for reacting well to the aggressive level 1 of Impulse.
And the fact that a lot of that experience in gold is on that Gragas. Rush, apparently the champion that does best against him right now is Gragas when he's on Nunu. If Santorin has taught us anything in the TSM set. Let's see if Dominate can take a page out of that book. He does have a level advantage because of the 3 camps. And he also denies it from Rush. So Rush's early aggression on this champion has been not very impressive, but I want to see if he's able to pull out something this game.
Ooh, wow. Right beside the minion. Pretty much wanted right around the outside there. Xiao did not expect that one, and you can see how caught off guard he was.
But even still, Xiao holding a decent minion lead on this one. Adrian coming in as well to try to hit Phoenix. Good move away. Summoner spell still up for everybody, and this potion keeps Xiao decently safe. Impulse actually got the gold lead back, it looks like, by clearing some minion waves away.
Yep, they caught the minion waves in bottom and top, and were able to just shove them out and get themselves an advantage. You can see in the CS, it's actually the top lane, you can see 26 on impact, and almost even across the board, but then Xiao also holding a CS advantage.
Just surprised how Quas is still getting himself in, though. Definitely props to him for keeping with impact being a higher level right now. See towards his bottom lane, Piglet has picked himself up an Avarice Blade. Get a bit more cash money out of this CS. He probably won't be going anywhere too soon. And he's been farming up on Vayne and Twitch anyways, so this will play right into the style he's had throughout this series of just getting himself big. Dominate towards the top side. Impact now a little too far out. Wasn't expecting that. The barrel misses, so there's going to be no slow there. And Impact now only running out with a matter of minion shots, taking a few bits of health off of him. And it looks like he'll get the safety here, but now it's up to Dominate.
Rush
and
flash.
Is he safe,
Quas to get that.
Is he?
Looks like he should be all right. Oh, no, Phoenix, he's
Phoenix
5.
Flash.
Let's go. Oh, he definitely flashes for first blood. Worth indeed.
Well, absolutely great stuff here. Phoenix, solo first blood for himself, puts the gold lead back in Team Liquid's favor. Deficit from top lane more or less wiped away, as we're going to be able to get a bit of farm on Quas.
Rush just blood boiled himself and not Impact during all of that. He blood boiled himself to run up, and then Impact was left to his own devices running out.
There's the hook. I don't think it'll go too far on this one, gentlemen.
No, not a lot of items coming in here. Apollo, because of the turret rush, didn't really get a lot of gold on his recall, so it's Longsword Ruby Crystal, which is basically nothing. Piglet just goes for the rushed Avarice Blade, saying, it's probably going to be a slow lane.
Yep.
I'm just going to outscale you. So far, so good. Piglet's winning in minion kills. Those trades, you can see, not threatening at all. And that's going to be a decent choice for Piglet, then, just to build the really, really greedy build.
You got to go big this game for Team Liquid.
Yeah, pretty much the only way.
Forever Fourth is one game away again.
Indeed. The pressure is mounting for these guys.
Oh! Wow! That was sick.
Xiao tries to go hard on the Negatron. Cloak build immediately from Phoenix.
Oh!
This Fox has 9 lives.
Xiao didn't get to ignite.
What? Oh, he didn't ignite. Oh, no. That's unfortunate. Well played, Phoenix. Holy cow, that was amazing. 2 kills now on him, going for the Abyssal Scepter rush to make sure he never dies to Xiao ever in this game, and that's likely to be the case with his gold lead.
And he still has kill pressure on him. He's absolutely schooling him in this lane. 2 kills already. Got one off of Impact, and now he's gotten one off of Xiao. Phoenix is ready to start running away with this game. We talked about it in the semis where he wasn't on carries. They took him off of those champions, and then we were seeing Team Liquid kind of as a whole fail to get to that late game and close them out. Now he's back on one. We're going to see if he can put the game on his back.
And overall, getting a solo kill feels good, but getting a solo kill back onto Xiao from happening the other game has to feel even better. And this may be that point where Xiao starts to push himself a little too hard, where Xiao gets that tilt. But we can't just say that. We still have a lot of time in this game.
Yeah. You just said it, Rim.
Nothing too wrong has happened. No, I didn't say it. We'll see if they can still play it. He is farming well, 66 to 49, so 20 CS or a little bit more still equals that kill that he's missing. Just he's been off the map for experience.
Okay, so, man, every time.
Not afraid to go in, apparently.
Phoenix lands the Charm before Xiao's W hits. Charm actually interrupts a move block, so Xiao's Distortion doesn't hit. As with every LeBlanc, he's more or less maxing it first 3 points in that skill. So the damage just doesn't come through, and it's a very easy trade. Incredible by Phoenix.
Something that gets me about Phoenix is usually you'll see an Ahri somewhat sidestep the wave and telegraph that charm. He is literally just throwing it straight through the minions every time. Either side, it hit a minion in just a millimeter.
He's playing it like a fighting game. He's got the read on him. He knows what he's going to do.
Canceling those frames, yo.
He is canceling the W frame.
Well, there you go. So his Abyssal Scepter's almost finished. He's only getting bigger with those 2 kills, as they are the only ones on the board right now. We'll see if the rest of Liquid can start to get those lanes going and make themselves a win game team this time.
It's 1,000 gold up, though. Team Impulse have to feel really scared in this one. Team Liquid, of course, going to feel great about Phoenix's performance. The top lane, actually, Quas has gotten back ahead in the matchup. Impact running around jungling a little bit, but is behind Quas by half a level. The duo lane as well on the bottom. Piglet, for I want to say the first time all series, actually winning his lane here alongside Xpecial. Doing really good things up against Apollo here.
Quas is actually going to push this huge wave up, and it's all going to fall into Impact's hands. And Impact, I think, is actually going to take a lead in this lane.
And looks like yeah, you're right. A lot of minions still to go in here. He's down 11, but about 13 minions in this wave, so.
Oh my god.
Problem is,
cut him down.
The thing is, though, with as much gold as Cyan is getting right here, Impact doesn't really have kill pressure.
No, he doesn't.
Cinderhulk into Triforce, I think, afterwards is the likely
Pretty
build.
much getting killed.
Yeah. I don't think Impact is going to have much of one in the top lane.
Yeah, like you were saying, you delay your Triforce by the whole Cinderhulk completion.
Well, Quas was able to get kills having a harassed lane. We'll see what he can come out doing with the lane now being in his favor. So far, he's spent a little time up there. By now, he had teleported and gotten some kills. However, Phoenix took that under his wing, or tail, if you will, this game to start things off. Those kills are on Impact and Xiao, so the two guys that have been really leading the way for Impulse here. Knocked down a little bit to start Game 4.
It definitely put them behind a bit, and now that he's getting attention from I Will Dominate in the top lane, or in the mid lane, it's really good because Rush can't answer the aggression from Agragas. We saw it in the TSM set. He struggled really hard against that champion.
Yeah, Impulse have to sit there without really any good jungle pressure, certainly outclassed by Gragas. And we're seeing also Team Liquid doing a good job of pressuring their advantaged lanes. They took down mid turret off of Phoenix winning his one-on-one. Impulse making a good read here. They're going to rush Dragon down. They will be rewarded for it, so grats to them for getting something back on the board for themselves.
Yep.
Good consumed smite. Out goes Impulse. Impact still getting pushed around, but now he can burn his TP to get back to lane with no downside.
They need the objective control in this matchup if TIP want to win this game. That's how they won that game, is they played Nunu against TSM. That game 1. They had all 5 dragons because of the early objective control of Rush on that champion. Right now, though, he has the pressure. He has to deal with the Gragas. He has to be able to kind of let his gank tendencies fall to the wayside and kind of relearn how to play the game. Just play around dragons, play around just being a nuisance in the jungle.
Wow. Forces a flash for a low cooldown ultimate. Phoenix is going to feel good about this one. Still really controlling this lane. Xiao's still getting farm, and that's cool for him. He's getting some gold, but Phoenix just has control over the lane. He can roam out first. He can go make plays in other lanes. He can get advantaged recalls, and Xiao's not going to get back into this for a long time.
It's definitely a thing that Liquid likes to do. The tendency is to always play it quicker or get to something that they can play it quick. Just look at the Hecarim style of play. Impact goes for not the home guards right away, whereas at this time, Quas had already teleported in at least once or twice with kills. So definitely a difference there in the way these teams want to approach the games, and it's causing Impulse to have a little bit of ramp-up time here.
What is worth pointing out that Team Liquid are only a 2-threat team. And Cinder, Hulk, Triforce, Hecarim. Oh, whoa, Phoenix.
Phoenix indeed. Oh my, Adrian is just pretty much hatching Phoenix there, sitting on top of him, making sure he could not get away.
Wow, great pick right there by Team Impulse.
Well, when they put resources into Xiao, it usually pays off, and you see it right there. Despite the pressure being in favor of Phoenix, if they get Adrian there, they bring Rush. Rush also brought Chilling Smite, so he has a lot of slows to offer.
The wet noodle fight in the top lane. Not too much damage coming out of those guys, but it's the wait for the junglers. And we do have Dominate coming over to the side. Looks like he will stop for now, as the added pressure is just enough.
I do think actually Impact has the ability to kill Quas. I take back what I said before. Cinderhulk challenging Smite against someone who didn't buy any health and only bought armor. You're adding magic damage and true damage. Cyan can't burst you anyway, so the slow burn of challenging Smite and the Cinderhulk ore is actually going to be enough that I do think Impact can pressure Quas. Home guard's done, right? He's got Ninja Tappy up against QMax Scion. The elements are actually here for Impact to have a pressure lead in this lane, which is, I think, something Impulse really needs.
Yeah, Quas is just relying on his Soul Furnace for the extra HP. And he's going to go back. He gets himself a Null Magic Mantle, so he has a little bit of MR to deal with the Cinderhulk burn. But you're right, he does have kill pressure with the true damage and the increased HP on his own side. So Impact, he has all that pressure, but you can see they're lane swapping it right now. They're sending Quas to the bottom lane to just farm up in this 2v1, and that's kind of the big point of Scion.
This is actually tricky. I actually don't like Team Liquid swapping in this way because you're putting Scion up against a magic damage, AD carry, and Apollo, and Sivir up against Hecarim is really easy to kill her. She'd have to ult out and then hope she doesn't get feared afterwards. So
right.
I think these lanes actually are a good holding pattern for Impulse to create more kills. As long as Russia shows up at all and lands an Ice Blast, it's enough to turn these kills.
It's a little different than you would think, though, because it's not a phase rush Hecarim, right? He's not going to be able
slower.
He's not going to be able to chase a Sivir down as easily.
That's a
He
good point.
doesn't do as much damage either.
Bit of a back and forth. In a dangerous, dangerous zone, they see that Rush was heading towards the top lane there, so they back out knowing, why is a jungler top? There's definitely going to be a party. They still decide to go there so Piglet can take down this turret.
Oh?
We'll see if the movement happens. Xiao is already on the move, and I think we are definitely going to get a good brawl out of this.
There's
Phoenix
no
is on the chase. To mention, Dominate did steal Phoenix's blue as they just took it, so Phoenix will not have that as Xiao does for the fight.
There's nowhere to go, but they've got a mid laner and jungler. Sorry, top lane is showing up, so Team Liquid rotate in time to keep their duo alive. All 5 top
Everybody's
lane.
Here.
Oh boy.
Impulse got to be
All
careful.
10.
All 10, you're right. All 5 for both teams.
Roll call. Everybody's present.
And it's actually Liquid who get the advantage out of it. Top lane getting pressured out. Impact was forced to ult away, and it's enough to let this turret go down. Well played, Team Liquid.
Yeah.
Quick rotation.
They hesitated at first until they knew they had the cavalry to go and do so.
They get a turret off of it just because they're pressing spikes that they have in their item builds. They go back, IE completed now for Piglet. This is a big point for them, but it's Trinity Force for Apollo, and now they have to find something else to force. Right now, farming is good, but right now, TIP, you don't just sit around and let them play their own game. Because Rush, he's going to farm. He's also going to be able to just snowball lanes. And Adrian has shown that if you leave him unchecked, he'll roam middle, and you can see it right there, that he's putting pressure on Phoenix.
With a minute on the Dragon, Quas did use his teleport to get up to that lane, whereas Impact did not, so I think Impulse has the ability to stretch the map out and use the TP advantage to get a little bit more. Dragon control definitely exists with Double Smite and Consume, so I think it's an objective Impulse will be happy to keep playing for, even though they're nursing a small gold deficit of 2,000. Dragon, of course, does give them some stats that helps kind of bridge that gold deficit a bit.
A little bit of help where you need it, hopefully at the right time, whether you're getting the push, whether you're getting that first damage dealing aspect of the Dragon, and it's late game, getting a big buff out of it. Right now, the Dragon so far going over to Impulse. Rush has had good control over that in the early game here, but we can see Second Dragon definitely taking a bit of precedence because Team Liquid wants their first.
There's limited time for Team Liquid now. They have no TP, and top lane's gonna get pushed in by Impact. If they don't make the Dragon go down fast, they're gonna lose top tier 2 for it, and they might even lose it anyway.
But Xiao backed, so they decide to start it up right now. That's the timeline that they're on, but it's triple smite. It's 2 smites and a consume.
And they pull in a special. Very low health on the guy already. Out goes Apollo to buy some time. Adrian getting popped by Phoenix. Somebody he'll keep him alive for now.
Woo.
There's the dive. Hecarim picks up 1. Both supports are dead. Rush gonna follow as well. It's a 2 for 2. And TIP now forcing the team away. Trinity Force Corki doing just enough, but a gigantic knockup. And Quas carries his team fight. Impact wants to trade it back. Quas won't get the kill just yet. Apollo lands a couple more rockets. Charm jukes on in. Dominate takes one down. That is an ace. A 3 for 5. Team Liquid come out ahead.
Quas just carried that so hard.
Quas did carry that.
The whole time I had my hands on my head saying, Phoenix, come back over the wall.
Yeah, Xiao popped Piglet just by jumping in there with his Distortion Mimic, and then he kept chasing, and Quas got a full charge Q, the Scion Dream.
Ooh. Great plays. Quas still being able to stay strong in that top lane, was kind of focused and pushed out early from Rush, and Impact gets back, does what he can from being down, and it proves to be very big in that fight. Dragon going to dominate in the team. That's their first. They got a good fight out of it as well.
The fact that Xiao had backed before this fight and gave up pressure was huge because it made TIP take a 4v5 at the start. Really kind of questionable there. And you can see Xiao goes immediately after Piglet, blows him up, snaps back, but then Phoenix skirting outside the fight.
Just hanging on the other side.
Yep. They have a ward in here too. They see Quas doing this.
Boosh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Apollo burned Q and R trying to hit the Ahri, and I gotta actually compliment Phoenix a lot there.
Yeah.
He takes down Adrian. He actually flashes the Onslaught of Shadows, and then also jukes out
getting over the wall.
Corki's QR. So he dodged probably 3 of the most important cooldowns in the team fight. And that's actually a really big deal, because otherwise she likely would have died and not been a part of the second half of that battle at all.
Would have died or would have had to pull out.
Yeah.
And then that would have given, I think, TIP a little more confidence in their positioning.
They could have won the fight.
They had to respect the fact that Phoenix was over the wall, too.
Right, right.
So they couldn't go too close to it, despite the fact that Quas was in the brush.
So he puts himself to 4-1-2 as well. Dominate gets himself 2 kills picked up there, as Quas, the tank and front line, made things seem pretty easy. We still got a long way to go here in a game Team Liquid is trying to keep themselves alive in this best-of-5 series. They've gotten about a 3K gold lead off of those plays and good pressure to take down all 3 of the outer turrets. Here you kind of see the slowdown until they can get those forward wards placed up and get that pressure on the second tier. Baron is now alive. The composition right now from Impulse may not be one to take it down too early.
Quas doesn't even care about damage items. He's going off base damages and still chunking people.
It's about that base since this first second of the game.
Oh, man.
Yep, it's true.
Saw it coming, those predictions.
Yeah.
All right, so 3,500 gold lead. Definitely Team Liquid in the advantage here. They've got the ability to start fights really well, and with this gold lead they have, their sort of low number of threats doesn't matter too much. Base damages are fine at this point in the game.
Right.
And you were talking about Piglet needing to play something to win lane.
Yep.
50 CS up over his lane opponent, Apollo. Piglet now gets to be a wrecking ball in these team fights. Xiao has singled him out, but that means he's not going after Phoenix. He's not going after this 4-1-2 Ahri that's causing so much havoc, just ripping through the team on low cooldowns.
Avarice Blade giving him about 700 extra gold right now. Getting close to just pretty much a critical cloak off of that, but he's 8,800 gold to 7,000 of Apollo, so he definitely got a handle on that lane in this game. Very big plays onto Xiao, and a sliver of health will not allow him to escape on that one. Again, not soloed out, a little bit of help there from Dominic, but he gets him.
But a very tenacious play all the same.
Yeah,
actually,
absolutely.
multiple times we've seen Xiao clear a wave sort of very far off his turret and getting collapsed on for it. Same thing happened in the Oswald game as well. Just the great rotations, great plays by Team Liquid overall. Apollo now in a duel with Piglet, but the crit's going to be pretty painful overall.
What?
Sorry about that, but Xpecial showed up. Boom! Takes him out.
Depth charge, got him.
He didn't even heal or flash.
Yeah, depth charge flash from Xpecial is what it looks like right there.
Yeah,
maybe from fog, flash.
Quite quickly.
Kill him. I don't know. But either way, the kill goes over to Xpecial, and they get pressure in that top lane.
Not something that Impulse couldn't really deal with right now. Hook, line, and sinker allows that pressure. We'll see what happened right here. So he was just eating the Gatling, which is eventually going to lose you the fight.
Yeah, they don't see Xpecial here.
Boom, boom. Oh, that was like, he didn't even need to use his passive. They just died.
Yeah.
He just went down.
You saw the power of a Triforce power spike, but it looks like he spell shielded the rocket and got out of range of the Q there for Piglet, so didn't take any of the front-loaded bursts. Still was a close fight. But Static Shiv now done. Most of Last Whisper there as well. Piglet so much stronger compared to last time. This AD carry for Team Liquid can absolutely wreck team fights here. This is a lot of control for the blue side.
And this is exactly what Team Liquid needs.
Yeah.
They are on game point for TIP, match point for TIP. They need to bring it back and just boost their mentality again. They've been showing this is a back and forth series. You win one, we win one. You win one, we win one. And if they can get it to that game 5, they seem to have really good adaptations in this series with their pick ban, picking the Gragas first, taking it away from Rush. TIP is going to feel a lot of pressure if this goes to game 5 in their pick ban.
And look at this, Team Liquid continuing to play the rotations well. They're being able to use Piglet as a battering ram. Bottom lane, losing a whole ton of health. Quas rooted in, but who cares? It's a really tanky Zion. Xiao gets chucked out. There's just so many good contributors right now for Team Liquid. Either they're too tanky to die, or they're powerful enough to make plays on their own. Turret number 4 goes to Team Liquid.
Yep, just forcing it down. Quas in the brush is a little too much threat. They didn't have it warded from TIP. They don't know if he's backing or waiting to ultimate out of it to set it up, so they have to back off.
So 25 minutes into this game, a little bit of pressure from Impact in the top lane, but it's not going to deter Team Liquid from doing what they are here that's gotten themselves a lead. Pressuring And quite impressive, as I said earlier. Are they going to be able to get to those second-tier turrets without having the wards? And they just did so. Now they're set up for the fights as well. They seem down in numbers, but up in HP right now. Going on to Xiao. He gets locked in and killed. Quas is so big, he can hardly even be touched as he teleports in. And a little late to the party is Impact as he flies through the onslaught, getting himself a kill on the exit.
That's a 2-for-1. Apollo lived. He got a Lantern Shield and got out with the Ignite.
That was incredible. I don't know how Apollo lived, but he did just barely. Blew both summoners, got a bunch of shields. Good play by Adrian. A couple of kills coming through, so Team Impulse able to occasionally take fights with this big 4,000, 4,500 gold deficit. But looks like Team Liquid still holding map control. Dominate gets the solo dragon. Number 2 is going to go over to them. Impulse, they're running toward Baron, and I don't know if there's any vision over it.
They should. This is the play that TIP needs to make. They have 2 smites and a consume. Going straight for the Baron is the absolute best play that TIP can make right now.
They're reacting.
They even smited it just to get it down faster.
Yep. Impact has 2 charges. It'll be back up in time. This could go down 3,000 health. Team Liquid about to join into the fray. Down to 1,400. He got it stolen. What? Dominate steals his second Baron of the series. They picked up the kill on Nunu as well. A double kill for Phoenix. Oh no.
Oh no, indeed. Oh yes, for Team Liquid fans. Game 5 definitely on the horizon. We are approaching 2 hours and just about 30 minutes of gameplay. These guys you can see rubbing their eyes on the screen, giving it all they got here coming into Game 4. And Team Liquid has found the crack in the armor of Team Impulse here, and they are starting to push forward heavily.
Even though Team Impulse are trying their best, they tried it. They got outsmited with double smite consume by a Gragas.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful. And Dominic gonna lead the charge into the mid inhibitor as well. That's gonna drop down at 27 minutes. Liquid have all the control on an 8,000 gold lead. All the control.
That actually didn't expend depth charge.
Yeah, the particle draws when you start the cast, but he got into Fog of War, so the cast didn't complete. We saw that as well a couple games ago where he got killed before he finished the cast.
Yeah.
It's one of those things.
In that situation, though, you would hope that it actually cast on you.
Yeah.
And you can see right here, it was at 1,500.
Sweated at 1,200?
Yeah, it was at 1,500 before Dom was even in range.
Yeah.
At that point, you just double smite consume it immediately.
Yeah, Impact's, I don't know if Impact's smite was quite up again because it's a 15-second cooldown with 2 charges. He had a smite up afterwards, but there might have been that you know, half-second window where Impact couldn't have done it just yet. There's a chance that was the case.
Yep.
Yep, Impact's smite was still down.
Yep, his smite was still down. Rush right in, banking on it.
How close is that?
It's
like
so
within 2 seconds.
Close. It's so close. It's pretty much up.
So you either corner yourself into an awesome play, or you've cornered yourself into what just happened by a matter of seconds. I mean, there's not much you can do about that call other than peel really early and telegraph that you're ready for the fight.
Actually, no, it does. Man, the replays keep messing with me. It looks like it's up in one of them, and the other one it doesn't.
Well, right now they are pushing through. Impulse trying to put a little bit of a Fnatic brush on this one and hide in there without being seen. Grab onto Quas, but we've seen it takes a very long time for him to go down. Not with the turret pressure, they're going to be able to do it immediately. Now Quas running around in chaos mode of that passive. Xiao figured out what his next target is. Piglet with those crit shots start dropping targets as well, and that's going to be Dominate coming up with kill number 2. Baron and the rest of Team Liquid pressuring through the second-tier turret. They're not even going to worry about it, and now they're on the next inhibitor turret.
They're going to be able to end the game off of this.
Absolutely.
30-second death timers here. Team Liquid, they might be able to take it to a Game 5 right here.
Don't tunnel on that Xiao. He's just saying walk this way, and they want those Nexus turrets. It's just about 20 seconds on these members. It's still very early in the game with low death timers, so Liquid has to act now, and they are on the Nexus turrets. What we had a back and forth game, still dominating matches from each team. Now Team Liquid makes a textbook win out of Team Impulse, and we are going to be taking this one to a Game 5 as Liquid squeezes out the last few kills. The damage on the Nexus is enough. A 30-minute matchup for Game 4, and Game 5 is anyone's as Liquid takes down Impulse.